Hi everyone, welcome to your Virgo new moon reading for September 17th-ish, depending on where you are in the world, 2020. Hi, welcome. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. Happy to have you here. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel while you're here. If you're returning, hello, thank you for coming back. Happy to see you again. If you're interested in knowing when I upload new content to the channel, go ahead and hit the notification bell and it will alert you each time. And that way you don't miss anything. If you don't already follow me over on Facebook, feel free to do that. Links are below. And I go live about once a week. I'm thinking about making it twice a week. I have a lot of questions, a lot of interest in some other topics, so I might increase the frequency, so stay tuned. And if you've been with me for a while, you'll notice that yeah, my hair is very different. Yes, it's me, I promise. I went from blonde to what we call black cherry. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's purple. No, it's not a wig, it's real. So, and I got bangs. So I look very different. It's still me, I promise. You'll see as the reading continues. My personality is still here. So what I will do for tonight's reading, the Virgo new moon, I will talk about it and the energies around it. Then I'll do my 5-card spread that I always do with the clarifiers. I have several oracle decks over here that I love to use for the new moon. So we'll see what calls, and then I will for sure pull a Yasmin Boland Moonology deck, card from this deck for each individual zodiac sign. So all of the decks that I'm using are in the description box below. So if you find one that you love, you can know exactly which one it is and go forth and find it. So speaking of Facebook Lives, I did one on astral travel. So go check that out if you are so inclined, or astral projection, however you want to look at it. It's basically the same thing. And I'm also still running my recorded reading special, so it's 20 minutes for $25. And what you do is you let me know if you have a specific question, or if you just want to see how this new moon is playing out for you, then we can talk about that. So whatever it is, it does need to be pretty focused, so 1 or 2 questions, and because 20 minutes goes really fast. So once you don't need to do a specific time because it's not timed, it's recorded. I just say give me 24 to 48 hours to get it done, recorded, and sent over to you. I will send you a link, and it will bring you back to the channel, but don't worry, nobody else can see it. It is your personal invitation only private link, and you can come back and watch it as many times as you want to. I've had several people already take advantage. Thank you to everybody who has done that, and received great feedback. So thanks everybody for that. And they will also tell you 20 minutes goes really fast. So it does get really fast. But then the good thing is for you that you can go back and you can rewatch it as many times as you need to. So if you're interested in that, I'm running that through the 20th. So feel free to take advantage if you are so inclined. And then, let's see. I think that's it for right now. I did put the general and earth, fire, water, and air sign videos up on Monday. So go check those out if you haven't already. So this particular new moon happens in the sign of Virgo because we're in Virgo season through about the 22nd, which is also the autumn solstice. So this new moon is also a super moon, and it's the first of like 3 in a row that take us to the winter solstice, and in December. So yikes, lots of energy. What a super moon is when the moon is physically closer in the orbits in the universe. It's physically closer to us than normal. So if it was full, it would appear quite a bit larger. So since it's a new moon, we can't see it, but we can feel it. So it might feel like a full moon, even though it's not. And when I read that, I was like, oh, because at the beginning for the September monthly reading that I did, I'm so sorry, I said the full moon was the new moon and the new moon was the full moon and got the dates wrong. Now I can understand why. So, because it's going to feel so intense. And Virgos, you lovely souls, are very dedicated and creative. Being an earth sign, you're just really loyal and energetic and super sweet people. So I'm a Pisces sun sign. So each of the 12 zodiac signs has an opposite sign. So no, just kidding. Pisces and Virgo are opposites. And I've always gotten along really well with Virgos. And I love their energy. So yay. Yay, Virgos. You're some of my favorite people. Gravitational pull is much stronger as well because the moon is physically closer. So again, pulling at us, pulling at our emotions. And earth signs, it's not that you don't feel, it's just that you don't necessarily show, and you're not as in tuned because you're very grounded. So if you aren't feeling, if you aren't feeling grounded, this is a great time to get grounded. Go out in nature, walk barefoot if that feels right for you, or just through a walking trail through some forest, or go out and plant some plants. Do something that gets you into that earthy kind of energy. It's also going to influence our emotions so much that, like I said, it might feel like a full moon and we might get stuck in them because emotions are watery mixed with earth. It makes mud. So it might get a little sticky, little bit of a stick in the mud kind of energy. Try not to do that. Being grounded is important, but don't sink into the quicksand. This is also a great time. New moons in general are a great time for a fresh start and new energy and new beginnings and manifesting, but it's even better with a super moon and in the sign of Virgo because they're very creative and they're very good at planning and organizing and finishing what they've started. So this is going to open up, again, like most new moons, a 2-week portal, because there's 2 weeks in between a new moon and a full moon. So this is going to open up a 2-week portal for manifesting magic. That's exciting, right? So that's going to take us into the autumn equinox. And that already is heralding in a new cycle. So we have all this new energy. So there's going to be some major changes going on, guys. With this earth sign energy, with the sun and the moon in Virgo. So on the 17th, the moon will be in Virgo. The sun's already in Virgo because we're in Virgo season. You know, the sun stays there for about a month. And that's how we get our sun signs. But the moon changes much more frequently because it's got a shorter orbit. And it usually changes signs every couple of days. So it will be in Virgo. Uranus is in Taurus, another earth sign. Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn are all in Capricorn. So now we've got all 3 of the earth signs represented somewhere with these 5 celestial bodies. Whoa. So there's big shifts and big changes in major areas of your life. And it's a great time to get organized and focus on your goals because earth signs are really good at that. Just being super focused on whatever you set your mind to. And it's great to plan out for the rest of the year because we're in the last quarter of the year. Hallelujah. I think a lot of us are ready to say goodbye to 2020 because it's been such a cluster. And I do try to keep it PG-13 on the channel. So I will censor myself, but you're going to understand what I mean. So just kind of figuring out, again, I've said this before. I personally know because I did this as well. So many of us started December 31st of 2019 on New Year's Eve. We're like, yes, 2020, there's going to be something big happening for me. Little did we know. There's going to be some massive changes happening in my life. Little did we know. So many of us were excited because we thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be the year. I said it myself. This is the year that I'm manifesting for myself. And I was so close. I was so close. But we adjust our sails and we move forward. So I know that we can plan all we want, but I think the thing is, it's not about setting concrete, hard and fast things. Like, it has to look like this. If anything, 2020 has taught us, when Spirit's like, when we're talking about planning, that's not what we mean. Don't think about what it's going to look like. Think about what it's going to feel like. What's it going to feel like when you have your goals? Maybe your goal is to get a new job. Better paying, better hours, better benefits, better location, better. Instead of telling the universe, I want my office to look like this, and I want to work here, and I want this, and da 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 da, let the universe decide. Let them decide. And you might even say, I want it in this specific industry because that's what I have a degree in, or that's what I have experience in. Be open to training. Be open to not knowing. Be open to the possibilities. That's what they mean. When you're setting your goals, better job, better hours, better pay, better benefits, better. That allows me to provide for my family, get that house that will suit our family's needs, go on vacation and make memories together. Heart space manifesting. I've talked about it before. So if you go into the special topics playlist, you'll see the manifesting video where I talk about how not to be ego-centered, to be heart-centered. So, setting goals for the next 3 months. Still be open to the possibilities, but don't be afraid to dream big either. It's also because it's earth energy, connecting with the fairies and the elementals, just nature in general. So again, with the grounding energy. So I think that's it. My notes. So now we'll get into the reading. So if anybody wants to timestamp when I actually 13 minutes in get into the reading, thanks. So I'm using the Shadowscapes Tarot for the main spread and the Tarot de la Nuit for the clarifiers. New moon, can't see it, dark moon kind of thing. Actually, technically the dark moon is right before the new moon. So there's that, but semantics when I say darkness. If there's any kind of rituals that you have around the new moon, definitely writing a list and placing it under a crystal grid or a specific crystal, like pyrite being great for manifesting. It looks like it's fool's gold is another way. I actually don't have it out here. It's over on my altar. Doing its job. But you can do that. You can do clear quartz. Lots of great crystals out there, depending on what you're trying to manifest. Maybe you like Merlinite. This is another magic stone. Labradorite, one of my favorites for so many things. Very versatile stone. Whatever feels right for you. Rose quartz, if it's a relationship, it doesn't have to just be romantic. It could be a better relationship with your neighbors, your family, your best friend, your kids, somebody. Oh, Eight of Swords. Getting yourself out of a mental entrapment. Huh. It's always a good thing. Interesting. Seven of Pentacles. Taking a step back, evaluating, seeing if what you've planted is what you're actually growing. How are you tending to your garden? The High Priestess in the middle. Knight of Cups. Ten of Wands. Interesting. King of Cups on the bottom. In reverse. So, Seven of Pentacles. Reaping what you've sown. Taking a step back and evaluating. What is it that I want to do? What do I want to manifest? What am I planting? High Priestess, connecting with your intuition. Beautiful energy right there. Love the High Priestess. I identify as the High Priestess. She is somebody, like, see this owl? I don't know why I can't pick up these cards. The owl. Wisdom. It's about esoteric wisdom. Connecting to your higher self, trusting your intuition. She just knows. Beautiful energy. The Knight of Cups. Starting something new. Again, heart. Manifesting, taking action from the heart. Knights are all about action. Cups are emotions. This is a brand new endeavor that makes your heart happy. Manifesting from the heart. Beautiful. And the Ten of Wands. So this card's actually about putting down a burden or being overly burdened in some way. So maybe that's what you're releasing. In order to manifest, we have to let go. And I know that's very full moon energy, but like I said, this is going to feel like a full moon with how intense it is. So in order to manifest something, we have to let go. What are you letting go of? Self-limiting beliefs that things have to look or be or act a certain way. Get out of that energy. Let the universe decide. On the nose. Eight of Swords here. Getting out of a mental prison. You feel trapped in some way. And you saw me shuffle that other deck. And I did say that there was one on the bottom that was in reverse. All of these cards came out upright. Yay. That, like, never happens. So, can't say that anymore. I know. But, here we go. Clarifying with the Tarot de la Nuit. I love this deck. This deck specifically says it's great for using at a new moon. So, yeah. Because it's Tarot of the Night. Alright. Eight of Swords. Wasn't sure if they were going to come out or not. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, hey, Earth signs. Oh, and by the way, let's see. Knight of Cups, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and High Priestess. I see that as Pisces. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I'll show you upright so you can, these cards are so beautiful. I love them. They are a little bit gothic. So occasionally you have a little bit of a vampiric feel to them. Like the Three of Swords, if it were to come out, oof, it's a little much. Viewer discretion advised. It's not gross, not necessarily gory, but if it comes out, you'll understand. Or if you've seen it before in this deck, yeah. She like literally ripped out her own heart. So, you know, there's that. Anyway, Queen of Pentacles. Hey, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Hello, hello. This new moon's all about you guys and your energy. So the Queen of Pentacles, when we put her in reverse, she might be a little ungrounded, a little obsessed about how things look. What was I just talking about? Like I'm channeling already. The cards are confirming. So just getting out, like that might be holding you back. So get out of that. Two of Cups. Soulmate energy. And we have soulmates of various kinds. We have romantic soulmates, we have best friend, coworker, boss, teacher, mentor, family, all kinds of soulmates. It's our soul tribe. Yes, this absolutely could be romantic. Maybe That Queen of Pentacles is you or your person. Gender is always neutral. It's just the energy of the card. And my moonstone ring, it's a little loose. I have not very much, I've never mentioned it on the video, but over the last year, I lost 54 pounds. So all of my stuff is not so much my clothing anymore, but like some of my old jewelry, like rings and bracelets, are a little large because I was carrying around a lot of stuff. Anyway, so personal note there. Hey, guess it was time, right? So the Two of Cups energy is, you know, what do your relationships look like? Are your relationships holding you back? Or are they going to be the answer to helping you get out of that funk? Evaluating how the relationships in your life either make you feel trapped or help you get out of that energy. Hermit. Gorgeous energy. This hermit, the majority of the cards in this deck are feminine. So the hermit is typically a male. So I love that it's female. And she looks a little bit like me. So it was pointed out once and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I see that. So the hermit is Virgo. Hello. The hermit is, came out a lot in the weekly messages. So now I understand why. The hermit, they really want to talk about it. That's why. Hermit energy is about going within. And the hermit, stick with me through the metaphor. The hermit goes into the cave and she will, it's kind of like Dark Night of the Soul. In a way, it can be. Going into the cave, and the farther in you go into that cave, the darker it gets. And the more that you can't really see anything around you at some point. So while you're in there and you just sit and you evaluate all the things that are happening, that have happened, that have led you to this point, going through all of that and coming up and emerging back, going back out of the cave, emerging with the lantern held, not only to illuminate your way out, it's like self-discovery, it's that epiphany of, oh, there it is, and walking out of the cave with it. So it not only helps you to see outside, to the outside, to get out of the cave, to get out of that dark night or darkness, it's a lantern for others to find you, because now you're a teacher because of what you have been through. People might come and seek your advice. Always take advice with a grain of salt, because it's from someone else's experience. So always with a grain of salt. And then the King of Pentacles upright. So we have the King and the Queen. Queen's in reverse, but the King's upright. This is a self-made man. He's worked hard for what he has earned. He's very judicious and careful with his money and his material stuff. Very grounded, very centered, boss kind of energy, very successful in his work, in his work life. So that's beautiful energy to have upright. Something to note, King and Queen of the same suit, could be marriage, could be that high vibrational relationship, twin flame, divine union, soulmate, ultimate soulmate, the one, however you want to look at it. Could be that energy as well. Take it if it resonates. But in general, moving into that King of Pentacles energy where you've earned it. You've earned it. Getting out of that pattern, that self-limiting belief, and being successful. That's great. Seven of Pentacles. Whoa. This was a misshuffle, but this one did fly out. Six of Cups. Looking back maybe on childhood experiences. Maybe it's inner child healing. Could be somebody from your past coming back. Could be in a romantic way. Could be a friend. Could be a former coworker. boss, however it might manifest for you. Something coming back around, and it's helping you. It might be causing you, but it could also just be helping you to evaluate where you've been and how that's I said that earlier, how it's affecting you now. Strength, sign of Leo. I love this card. Look how beautiful that is. Strength. You are strong enough. You are stronger for this experience. And realizing that, your power and your worth. Four of Swords. I saw this when I misshuffled. There it is. Really wanted to come out. The Four of Swords. This is all about just pausing, taking a break, taking some time to meditate. Maybe just really thinking about, pay attention to your dreams too. Really thinking about how the events in your life have transpired and have put you to where you are. So that then can help us to realize where we want to go and help us to manifest the rest of what we want to do. High Priestess. Seven of Cups, choices. Got a choice to make. Go within. Seven of Cups. Look how contemplative she looks. Maybe you feel like you have too many choices. Maybe you feel like you don't know what to do. You do. You do. You know exactly what you need to do. If anyone watches The Masked Singer, Ken Jeong, I know exactly who this is. That's what it always, every time I'm like, you know exactly what to do. I hear Ken, I know exactly who this is. It's his thing and he doesn't. But anyway, you do know. Connect with your intuition, with your higher self, with your guides, your angels, whoever it is for you. I know. I just know. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's interesting. Usually this is about, and every single one of these cards is personified, so this isn't typical. What we usually see with the Ace of Pentacles is a big old pentacle in a hand. And it's like a gift from the universe or a seed to plant. So in reverse, let's look at the other cards first. Okay, Ace of Swords. So you're not necessarily, you know, swords, thoughts, air energy. You know what to do. This divine sparks usually, Ace of Wands, kind of, how do I want to put this? Inspiration, the divine inspiration, that inner knowing, I just know. So you don't necessarily have to do. You already know. Eight of Pentacles, do the work. She's a ballerina. And for my fellow dancers, 15 of my formative years I spent in a dance studio in some fashion, where you put in so much time and so much effort. And I have injuries that follow me to this day, like my left knee especially, because I sprained it so many times, and my ankles. And your feet just get so beat up. I have permanent, I call them hooves. Every month when I go to get a pedicure, I'm like, time to get my hooves filed. They're perpetual. And I actually had a girl tell me once, she's like, you were a dancer, weren't you? I'm like, yeah, how could you tell? And she's like, your feet are terrible. I'm like, I know. I know. Because we're up on our toes, and I never did point ballet, but I was up on the ball of my feet and just running around. And modern dance, you're barefoot. So you don't even have shoes on, and that's completely destructive. I don't want to talk about it. Dancing, I never felt more alive than when I danced. I love it. That is my creative expression. I loved dancing. Being on a stage performing. And let me tell you how much work you have to bust your ass to be good. Yes, there is quite a bit of natural talent, But you really have to do the work, and you have to want to do the work, because it is not for the faint of heart. And there are so many things like that. Running a marathon, I would never. I'm not a runner. If a bear is chasing me, I'm gonna get eaten. That's just all there is to it. It's not gonna work out. So this is indicative of doing that work. See how she's on a book as well? So it could be formal education, it could be informal. You could just be reading a book about something that really interests you and it sparks something. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Knight of Cups. Figure out, it's not about, and that's the thing, okay? Come at me. I'm going to say it. Hustle is fake news. There, I said it. I said what I said. Hustle is stupid. There is no reason that hustle just creates more hustle. I heard that yesterday. Hustle just creates more hustle. It's more important, if you have 25 hours, it is more important what you do in those 25 hours. Because you can feel like you've run a marathon in an 8-hour workday and got nothing accomplished because you're hustling. But you can get all of your work done in 4 hours, have it be meaningful and productive and completed, and have 4 hours to do whatever you want, to do something soulful, to go to yoga, to help your kid with their homework, to write poetry, whatever, take a bubble bath, get a massage, do your thing, to do other things. Productivity is not about an amount of hours that you spend doing something. It's about what you do with those hours. It's the same thing for life. You can live 85 years and have a duration of time, but what have you accomplished in those 85 years? Or somebody might live 40 years. Wakanda forever. 43 years, that man accomplished more than I think I ever will in my entire lifetime. And the last 5 years, while he was ill, critically ill. Whoa. So it's about what you do with that time. It's not about having time, it's about what you do with it. It's not the amount of years in your life, it's the amount of life in your years. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. But I said what I said. Come at me if you don't like it. Deal with it. Deal with your trigger. You don't have to hustle in order to be accomplished. That's something fake that our society tells us. Knight of Cups. I have the Knight of Cups in reverse. How beautiful. God, I love this deck. All right, so Knight of Cups. I fangirl every time. I'm like, I love every single one of these cards. Even the Three of Swords. They're beautiful. So the Knight of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Cups upright. It's going to tell a story here. Hang on. Knight of Swords. Fastest moving knight in the deck, even though he looks at a period of pause. This actually is the fastest moving energy. So, hey, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Once you decide what you're going to do, maybe it's because you haven't taken a heart-centered approach and you have been all go, 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 go. See this white wolf? Beautiful, beautiful white wolf. To me, that represents spirit. Your guides, your angels, your whomever it is that you call upon to help you. So this is about getting back into a heart-centered approach. Four of Cups in reverse. Getting unstuck. This is stagnant energy when it's upright. Getting unstuck, doing your thing, stop crying over spilled milk, and get moving. Eight of Wands. Yep. This is very fast energy. It could be about communication, but it's also about having a lot of tasks, a lot on your plate, a lot of things that you need to get done. but in a good way. If it's not, if it's been feeling like I have so much that I have to do and I wish I could just slow down and do something that I enjoy, take heed. Eight of Swords, again, yeah, for some of you, that's exactly what's happening. This is how I got here. And now I feel trapped. Nine of Swords in reverse. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's okay. Tap into your intuition. Take a heart-centered approach. Get out of that Eight of Swords energy. Chariot. Fast. Hey, Cancer. Chariot here. See the black and white horses? They look like chess pieces. That is bringing in, this deck is very non-traditional in its depictions, but that is bringing in traditional chariot energy. So the light and the dark, it's all about balance. The light and the dark, spirit and earth, left choice, right choice, A, B, whatever it is for you. Two different directions, north and south, east and west. Opposites, polarity. So you are deciding to move on from this. You're over it. Nine of Swords in reverse. You're over it. You're like, I want to do what makes me happy. Nine of Cups. Ooh. All right, more. Okay. All right. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse here with the Ten of Wands. Again, hi, water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Queen of Cups in reverse. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not taking time for self-care. You're too busy hustling. Stop that. And it's becoming burdensome. You've got to take care of yourself. You cannot pour from an empty vessel. You have to fill up yourself first. You have to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help anybody else, because then you're of no use to anybody, including, especially yourself. Two of Wands in reverse. You're hesitant to make this choice. I love, it's so Macbeth with a skull. I'm a nerd. All right, whatever. So the Two of Wands in reverse. You're having a hard time acting on this choice. Like, I know that I have a choice to make, but I'm not sure which direction to go. Four of Pentacles. So be careful not to get stuck, not to get greedy or too dragged down. Like, I don't think I can leave this job because it just pays so well. First of all, you don't know that another job isn't going to pay them better. Secondly, what are you sacrificing? You might have a full bank account, but what's empty? Four of Pentacles. Seven of Swords in reverse. Beautiful. See how she's like, come at me? And there's somebody in the back. This is usually about sneaky, taking what doesn't belong, cast out of your tribe, your community. So in reverse, there's an opportunity that you feel like you missed or was taken from you in some way that's coming back around. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a house, could be whatever. Three of Cups. Time for celebration. And I wish that I had this in a giant print to hang behind me on the wall, because I would. Gorgeous. I love Alice in Wonderland and I love steampunk, and this marries those two things. Yay. That's probably why I love Tim Burton's version the most. Anyway, yeah, the rabbit, creativity and fertility. The cat, independence. I'm looking at my familiar right now. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Finn. Just celebrating. It's time for a tea party. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Action. So you've stepped back, you've evaluated, you've done what you're supposed to do. Just making sure that what goals you're setting are actually coming to fruition, that they're the seeds that you have planted are indeed wildflowers and not weeds. but you also need to weed your garden. So now you're acting on those plans. Or maybe that means you need to go back to the drawing board. Like, no, it's not. That's not what I planted. This is a great time to go back to the drawing board and start again. That feels better. That feels like what that energy is. So now we're going to see what Isis has to say. Beautiful goddess Isis. She's so regal and powerful and magical and beautiful. I love Isis's energy. Cards are a little sticky. Kind of want to clump together. What was that I was saying about mud? Sticky. Wings of Isis, uniting with the angelic self. This is very high priestess energy. You just know. You know. You know. You know exactly what to do. Wisdom of the House of Night, Collette, Baron-Reid. Denial. Are you in denial? Are you stuck? High Priestess of Spirit, number 7. All this High Priestess energy of spirit, knowing, intuition, love. Come from a place of love. That 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups energy. Beautiful. Yeah. Manifesting from a place of love. Acting from a place of love is going to get you so much farther. If that's what your mental imprisonment is all about, like, I'm just not happy, get into your heart space. Think of something, think about how your life would be better because of whatever it is you're trying to manifest. And not just for prestige and looks and all that kind of stuff, but like, how is it going to benefit you and the people around you? If you're able to get a better job, it shouldn't be about, I'm the top of the food chain, I'm the boss, I win. It should be more about, what can I do? How many people can I help? I'm making more money, therefore I can donate to a worthy cause. I have more time to spend with my family or to volunteer for Big Brothers Big Sisters, whatever it might be. The man holding a coin, number 43. King of Pentacles energy right there. Gorgeous. This is the energy deck. And a woman holding a heart. All right, here we go. Queen of Cups. Earth and water tend to go very well together. They mix and mingle quite well. It's not, 43 and 44, and you saw me shuffle and split that deck. So, for those of you that this is a relationship, in a romantic sense, there you are. Could be mom and dad energy too, if it's inner child kind of stuff. Take that if it resonates. Zombie control. That tells me, let go of control issues. Or do you feel like a zombie in your current job or your current relationship? Are you just going through the motions? Are you just existing, or are you truly living? Invisibility, authenticity. This makes me think of the Death card with the Grim Reaper, who's not to be feared, really. Harbinger of death, yeah, I know. But his job is to escort souls to the other side safely. So you're not alone. But are you living authentically, or are you being a zombie? Cue cranberries. Or the Bad Wolves version. That's pretty good too. Of course, I'm partial to the Cranberries because I'm a 90s kid and I love it, but God rest her soul. Okay, so here we go. Moonology. Aries. Work through your fears. The new moon in Scorpio, which will be coming up on in a couple of months. So something between now and the Scorpio new moon could be significant for you. Work through your fears. The new moon in Scorpio. What do you fear? Do you fear invisibility? I'm going to put it back. I'm going to put these back in just in case they come out for another sign. What do you fear? Taurus. Somebody's out on their motorcycle. It's such a lovely evening. I didn't want to shut the windows. I now see that I should have. Take time to breathe out the disseminating moon. You can look up moon phases if you're so inclined. It's like right after the full moon. Take time to just take a deep breath. Breathe. Gemini. Look at the bigger picture, the full moon in Sagittarius. So maybe something between now and a full moon in Sag. Or Sagittarius season, which is the end of the year. Yep, there we go. Nose. That's what it's all about. I don't know if the full moon in December is a Sagittarian. I don't know. But here you go. Full moon in Sag. Look at the bigger picture. Plan bigger. Or don't worry about the details. Cancer. Woo! A new start is coming. New moon. Yay! So there you go. No specific sign attached other than it's for Cancerians. So there you go. And pay attention to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs depending on your question. Leo. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. See, this is why I did that. Because you guys need this message too. There you go. Too many. Virgo. Virgolicious. Balance spirituality and practicality. The full moon in Pisces. What did I say about Pisces and Virgo being opposite signs? Yep, balance your spirituality and your practicality. A personal issue reaches conclusion. Full moon in Cancer. Fine, you got 2 cards. Happy birthday. Libra. You guys get 2 as well. Probably because we're coming up on Libra season, so happy early birthday. Nothing will come out of this situation. Void of course moon. Woo, that's a little harsh. So whatever you're currently doing isn't working. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. You're good enough. So if you don't believe that, you have to believe it in order to receive the manifesting. Scorpio. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. So what are you committed to? Is it another person? Is it to yourself, to your goals, to what you've got going on? What are you committed to? So it probably is being tested. I mean, we are in Aries, Mars through Aries retrograde. I'm just saying. Ooh, Sag. You guys are so extra. This doesn't surprise me. You got 3 cards. Fine. I'm going with it. I'm not going to fight it anymore. A time for healing. The balsamic moon. Time to heal. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. And I hear you. I hear you all my beautiful Sagittarians. I love you. I so much love you, but damn, you're stubborn. And you're like, what do you mean? Yeah. Don't let your pride get in the way. You and your loved ones are safe. The new moon in Cancer. You are. You're safe. You're safe. It's okay. If you don't feel safe taking your mask off, the ego mask off, you need to ask yourself why. I didn't even say it yet. Relax. Fine. All right. Capricorn, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. You guys are a cardinal. No, are you? Cardinal sign? Or is that Sag? Capricorn. Oh. Sorry, guys. I just went out of my head. Anyway, regardless, be bold and make the first move. And that could be in whatever situation that is for you. Nothing will come of this. Void of course moon. So whatever you're currently doing isn't working. So you need to be bold and make that first move. They're not going to come to you. You need to go to them. You need to open yourself, even if it's just energetically, open yourself up. Nothing is yet set in stone. The mutable moon. Yeah, it's not set in stone. You don't have to do things a certain way, Capricorn. You hear me? You don't. You really don't. Aquarius. Instead of trying to make it, here we go, on the nose. Instead of trying to make it look, act, be, play out a certain way, just be open. You know what you can commit to? Being open. Aquarius. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Y'all's afraid, all right? I know. This has been a really up year. I know. All right, Pisces. A new start is coming. There you go. Gorgeous, guys. All right, so I hope that something in here resonated for you, that you got some nugget of wisdom out of all of this. And if you would like to take advantage of that 20-minute reading, let me know. You can email me or you can book on my site. Either way, then I will be doing my Facebook Lives over the next couple of weeks. I'll be doing the weeklies and the monthlies, and then we'll see what other new content they guide me to do. So stay tuned. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Have a great new moon. Manifest your dreams.